What's up, Kings? Welcome back to the channel, your go-to place for uncovering the truth about women, attraction, and the realities of modern dating that most guys either overlook or shy away from. If you're new here, get ready. Today, I'm revealing 5 key behavioral signs that most women exhibit when they haven't had a genuine, deep, intimate connection in a long time, weeks, months, or sometimes even years. And let me tell you, the 5th sign is the most powerful and undeniable. It's the one that separates the guys stuck in the friend zone from the ones she's secretly fantasizing about. These aren't just hunches. These are patterns I've witnessed hundreds of times in my life, through my coaching clients, and in the thousands of messages and voice notes you send me each week. So before we dive in, let's set the tone right from the start. If you're ready to stop feeling confused and start understanding women like an open book, do these 3 things right now. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can break some records in the first hour. Smash subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, I'm dropping the most powerful emotional sign of all, how touch becomes her hidden language and how you can unlock it in under minutes. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Drop a comment below with the number of the sign you've seen the most. All right, let's get to it. Sign number 1. Touch becomes her subtle but desperate language. When a woman hasn't experienced meaningful, intimate physical contact in a while, her body enters a state known as skin hunger. Your skin contains millions of sensory receptors, many of which are directly linked to your oxytocin and dopamine systems, the chemicals responsible for feeling safe, desired, and even sexually aroused. When these receptors go without stimulation for too long, the need becomes biologically hardwired. It's not about her just being friendly, it's a deep primal craving. So what does she do? She starts touching you, but not in an overt or loud way. It's subtle, strategic, and almost instinctual. You might notice things like her accidentally brushing her fingers against your wrist when handing you a drink, laughing at your joke and letting her hand linger on your forearm for a few seconds, or reaching out to adjust your collar or hoodie string even when nothing's wrong. Maybe she sits closer than necessary on the couch, so her thigh brushes against yours, or plays with your fingers while holding hands. Here's the crucial part that 90% of men miss. Every one of these touches is a test. She's checking to see if you'll pull away, freeze, or pretend it didn't happen. Or will you stay calm, smile, maintain eye contact, and return the energy naturally? If you act awkward or flinch, her brain registers it as rejection. But if you lean in confidently and smoothly, you've just passed the first silent gatekeeper test. True story. One of my clients was on a coffee date where the girl kept touching his arm whenever she spoke. He thought she was just being friendly. Afterward, he said, "I didn't make a move because I didn't want to ruin the friendship." Bro, she was practically begging you to notice her, and you left her hanging. If you've ever missed this sign, drop a B in the comments to let me know I'm not the only one who's been there. Sign number 2, she starts fishing for emotional validation. When a woman hasn't had high-quality, masculine attention for a while, an emotional void opens up. It's not about vanity or attention-seeking, it's about needing to feel emotionally seen. This is a key prerequisite for her to feel safe enough to open herself up physically. So, she starts asking questions like, "Do you think I'm too emotional sometimes? Be honest, am I too much for most guys? Did I overreact with my ex, or was I right? Would you still respect me if I let myself go a little?" These aren't casual questions, they're emotional tests. She's dropping bait to see if you respond with depth or cowardice. Most men fail miserably here by saying things like, "You're fine, everyone overreacts sometimes." Instant vibe killer. But if you look her in the eyes and say something like, "I think you feel things deeply, and honestly, that's rare these days. Most people run from their emotions, but you don't." That's powerful and it's beautiful. You've just created an emotional bridge that most men don't even realize exists. If this is hitting you right now, hit that like button again and let me know I'm speaking to you directly. Sign number 3. Her body language becomes a loud, unmissable signal. This one is fascinating from a biological standpoint. When a woman's been emotionally and physically starved for a while, her body becomes hypersensitive. It's like her attraction radar is on full blast. You'll start noticing subtle shifts in her behavior. She'll play with her hair more, cross and uncross her legs, a classic sign of arousal, And mirror your posture. Her entire torso leans towards you, even when there's plenty of space, and her pupils dilate when she looks at you. She might even lick or bite her lips more often and adjust her clothes, like pulling her shirt down or fixing her neckline. Most men see this and think, "Oh, she's into me, time to go in for the kiss." Wrong move. That's how you get blocked, ghosted, or stuck in the friend zone. The correct approach is slow mirroring and controlled escalation. If she leans in, you lean in slightly. If she touches your arm, you touch her hand or lower back. When she laughs and tilts her head, you pause, smile, and hold eye contact a second longer than usual. This creates a slow magnetic dance. The man who leads this dance without desperation, that's the man she'll fantasize about. Sign number 4, she starts testing your emotional strength. After a long drought of intimacy, many women build thick emotional walls. Before she allows any man past those walls, she has to know one thing. Can he handle the real messy emotional side of her without running away? So she tests you. She'll share something vulnerable and watch your reaction closely. She might create a small drama or say something provocative like, "I bet you couldn't handle a girl like me," to see if you crack. Or she might pull away suddenly and observe whether you chase her or stay calm. This is where most men fall apart. They either turn into therapist mode, trying to fix her, or they get upset and argue. What she's really looking for is a man who can hold space without flinching. The key here is to remain calm and non-judgmental. Just listen, nod slowly, and say things like, "That sounds really heavy. Thanks for sharing that with me," or "I can see why that hurt." This level of calm, strength, and understanding will fuel her attraction in ways you can't imagine. Sign number 5, she creates reasons to be alone with you. This is the game changer, the strongest sign, the one that almost guarantees she's feeling a deep desire for you. When a woman wants intimacy but is too shy, too proud, or too conditioned to ask directly, she manufactures situations that allow her plausible deniability. She might say, "Hey, can you help me move this couch? I can't do it alone." Or, "I'm scared to watch this horror movie by myself. Want to keep me company?" Classic examples include, "My Wi-Fi's acting up, can you come fix it?" Or, "I don't want to drink alone tonight, want to join me for a glass of wine?" These are not genuine requests for help. They're carefully crafted ways for her to get you into her private space, alone, without making it obvious. Here's the key difference between boys and men. Boys show up thinking something might magically happen, and they either freeze, act too pushy, or ruin the vibe. Real men understand the assignment, show up calm, grounded, and create comfort first. Let the energy build naturally without rushing anything. When she gets close, and trust me, she will, you move with quiet certainty, not desperation. That energy is irresistibly attractive to a woman who's been craving genuine masculine presence. All right, kings, there you have it. 5 signs that most men will never even notice because they're too busy trying to impress, chase, or convince. But you've just been handed an unfair advantage. Use this knowledge responsibly, with respect, and to build real connections, not to manipulate or play games. Because at the end of the day, both you and she just want to be seen, wanted, and chosen. Not out of desperation, but out of true desire. If this video opened your eyes, do these 4 things right now. Hit that like button. Let's aim for 100K likes. Subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications. Next week, I'm showing you the exact emotional opener every man needs. Drop a comment with the number of the sign that shocked you the most. Share this video with one brother who needs to hear it. And if you want the full system, including texting scripts, date blueprints, and final advice, check out the link to Secrets of Attraction in the description below. The first guys to grab it get the bonus Never Chase Again audio training. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay calm,